What's up guys, welcome back to your Heroclix headquarters. So today we've got some more exciting new previews. Finally, it's been a while, hasn't it? They haven't really showed any previews for this new X-Men House of X set, but it is coming out December the 9th, so make sure you get your pre-orders in because it's going to be coming out here in a couple weeks. Now before we get to it, these previews are coming to us from comicbook.com, so of course make sure you go there and check it out first. I'll try and post a link in the description for you guys. But without further ado, let's check them out. So the first one we're going to take a look at is Wolverine, and we actually got a look at a team-up card as well, so we'll get a little bonus there. The common number 4 Wolverine has the Weapon X, X-Force, X-Men, Animal, and Assassin keywords. We'll take a look at the team-up effect in a second, but he starts out with the trait, the Mutant CIA, which gives him stealth and improved movement and targeting through hindering terrain, which we've seen on all of the Fast Forces figures, so it looks like that's going to continue into the main set as well, which is really cool. It makes me think of the whole same trait they had in Captain America and the Avengers. But moving on, he's got a special movement power that gives him charge and flurry, and it looks like he starts with an 11 attack precision strike and a 3 damage with some exploit weakness. Now, the charge flurry will combo with the precision strike, but it won't combo with the exploit weakness, so you're going to have to do just a charge exploit or a charge and flurry. But 18 defense with combat reflexes and indomitable is a good defense, especially with the stealth. And of course X-Men team ability. And for only 60 points, a pretty solid version of Wolverine. Nothing too crazy. But then he also has the team up trait, and it says team up Colossus. The listed friendly character can use telekinesis, but only to place an adjacent Wolverine. When the listed friendly character uses it after resolutions, Wolverine can use charge at no cost. And then of course it just has the rules there for how to use team-up cards. So that is pretty crazy. This is definitely going to be my #1 want as far as team-up cards go, because I love the fastball special and I love how they try to incorporate that into certain dial designs, and now just incorporating it into a team-up card is perfect. Giving any Colossus telekinesis but only to place Wolverine, but then you also let him use charge at no cost is going to be pretty crazy, because then he can charge and flurry or charge and exploit, and then afterwards he can take his own costed action to flurry again, potentially getting like 4 attacks off in one turn after being able to be TK'd 6 squares and charged for 5. That's going to be pretty insane. For 60 points, and you could easily combo that with any Colossus, like maybe the 25-point Prime one is the one that comes to mind. So definitely a huge want of that team-up card, and a pretty good common figure overall. Alright, moving on, we got a look at Cyclops next, as well as one of his team-up cards. Alright, so Cyclops has the Starjammers, X-Factor, and X-Men keywords, and some improved targeting, can make range attacks while adjacent to opposing characters, which is always nice to see. We'll take a look at the team-up effect in a second, but his normal traits give him leadership, and once per turn when a friendly character named Havoc hits, modify Cyclops' combat values by +1 this turn. So that's awesome. If we get a new Havoc in this set, we can get some sibling rivalry traits going. That seems pretty fun. But then he also has a special on his movement that gives him Force Blast and Sidestep, and when he hits with a range attack after resolutions, hit targets can use Battle Fury until your next turn. So I would recommend not playing him with a bunch of friendly characters that have shape change, but overall that's a really strong power to hit somebody that is a mostly range-based character. Means, of course, with Battle Fury they can't make ranged attacks, so just shutting off that ability to make a ranged attack could be pretty big in certain games. He starts off with that Sidestep and Force Blast special with a 10 attack Energy Explosion, 18 defense with Toughness, and Indomitable, and then a 3 damage with Range Combat Expert, and a 7 range, which is pretty long, pretty far in today's standards. So a Sidestep with that Range Combat Expert is going to be pretty good, especially because you can then give their ranged characters Battle Fury. 75 points, not too bad. X-Men team ability, of course. But then we'll take a look at his team-up trait here. Team-up Colossus, Emma Frost, Magic, and Namor. If one or more listed friendly characters are on the map, Cyclops and the listed friendly characters can use Colossal Stamina. If Cyclops and all listed friendly characters are on the map, they can use Invulnerability, Defend, and the Mystic's team ability. That is nuts. for a team-up card. That is insane. Just having one of Colossus, Emma Frost, Magic, or Namor on your team, and they can all use Colossal Stamina, that's going to be crazy enough. But then if you have all of them, giving them all Invulnerability, Defend, and Mystic's team ability, that's crazy. There's so much good that can be packed into one team-up card now. It's insane. But we've got a few more figures to look at, so let's move on to the next one. We have the Uncommon Prime Zorn. I hope I pronounced that right. But anyway, he's got only the X-Men keyword, and he starts with a trait that says Zorn takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks. Zorn can't be chosen for Mastermind, and free deal Zorn 1 damage. So it looks like his dial starts with some phase teleport, 12 attack with telekinesis, a 19 defense with defend, and some support. And you can, as a free action, deal him 1 damage to switch him onto running shot with a 12 attack penetrating blast for 3 damage. Only 70 points, so pretty cool figure. He only takes 1 damage at a time, and that 19 defend is pretty crazy, honestly. And then if you really have to switch him to battle mode, you can just deal him that damage for free and start running shot penetrating blast people. An X-Men team ability too, that's actually pretty crazy because you are going to be able to heal him up with that or use him to heal other people up with that team ability and also just with his support. So it's a pretty cool figure, honestly. Now moving on to the next one, we have a super rare North. North has the Horseman, X-Men, and Future keywords. He's got a trait, Mutant Chimera. When North uses the X-Men team ability to heal another character this turn, that character's attack value becomes 12. That's pretty crazy. And when another character uses the X-Men team ability to heal North this turn, his attack and damage value becomes equal to that character's printed value. So that could be really good or really bad, I guess, depending on who does the healing. But a cool trait nonetheless. Another trait gives him Energy Shield Deflection, and when North is targeted by a non-adjacent character, for that attack you may choose that he can't use Energy Shield Deflection, and instead he increases the result of his Impervious and Super Senses rolls by +1. That's insane. I mean, Energy Shield is nice to have, but having a +1 to your roll for Super Senses and Impervious is really nice, especially because we'll just take a look at his defense power first. It gives him Impervious and Super Senses. So having both of those abilities and getting them both on a 4 to 6 is going to be insane. That's like 50% odds of dodging out of damage or reducing the damage, depending. So that's pretty crazy. He's going to be really hard to hurt this guy. And then, of course, healing him up might increase his attack and damage value, depending on if you get a good X-Men healer. He also has a special movement power that gives him running shot, and when North uses it after resolutions, he can use either telekinesis or mind control at no cost, so that's really good as well. At 150 points, he starts out with that special running shot ability with an 11 attack, penetrating blast for 4 damage with shape change on top of that Impervious and Super Senses combo. Only a 17 defense, but when you got 3 rollouts and Energy Shield, or the potential to get rid of Energy Shield to make 2 of those rollouts, get a +1 to the roll, that's pretty crazy, honestly. It's going to be super hard to hit this guy. No willpower kind of sucks, though, on a 150-point character. I don't like that. Not very pushable. But again, it seems like using the X-Men team ability to heal is kind of a big part of him. 7 range double target is pretty good on the rage, too. 75 points for his lower line, so it's not too bad that he doesn't have the willpower for that point value. Again, he still starts with the same specials as the 3 rollouts, has telekinesis to start with, so he might be a little bit more of a supportive figure, but really cool nonetheless. All right, and we have one more figure to take a look at today, and that's the Chase Binary. So Carol Danvers as Binary. She has the Avengers, Starjammers, X-Men, Cosmic, and Soldier keywords. She starts with a trait, Power Overwhelming. Binary has Protected Pulse Wave, and that's protected in all caps, so that's throughout her whole dial she's protected from Pulse Wave. Once per turn, when she KOs an opposing standard character with an attack, after resolutions she can use Pulse Wave at no cost, as if she occupied the square of the KO'd character. That's insane. So if you manage to run up there and just knock out one of their little support figures right away, you just get a no-cost pulse wave right in the middle of their team. That's super awesome. So too bad it says once per turn, because I don't know, I guess it'd get pretty crazy if you managed to just KO a character and KO a character and just stack a bunch of pulse waves over and over. Probably a good thing it says once per turn on that trait. But then she also has a special attack power that gives her energy explosion and penetrating psychic blast and poison. And of course remember that energy explosion and penetrating psychic blast don't combo anymore like they used to. But still, options are always good to have. So she starts on her 175 point line with an 11 movement with hypersonic, 11 attack with pulse wave, 18 defense with invincible, and a 4 damage with probability control. Basically the 4 best powers you could have in the game. Hypersonic and pulse wave don't combo, sadly, but still the 4 most powerful powers to have, I'd say. With an 8 range double target, really long range there. And of course the new Cosmic Energy team ability and the X-Men team ability. So basically Power Cosmic, she's going to have Willpower and Protected Outwit, which is super helpful for those awesome powers that she has. But even for the 100 point line, not too bad. 12 movement with Running Shot, 11 attack with the Penetrating Blast, Energy Explosion, and Poison Special, 18 with Impervious. Now, I do think that having only 4 clicks of health, even with Impervious and Power Cosmic essentially, is not going to cut it for 100 points. Even with the awesome Protected Pulse Wave and the free Pulse Wave from killing something and all that, I just don't think that's worth it at all, honestly. Especially with the kind of characters we've seen recently for 100 points. You know, God Emperor Doom on his 100 point line only had 4 clicks, but 2 of those were stock clicks, so it's kind of acceptable. There's no stock clicks here, so really don't like the 100 point line. I think if you're going to use this figure, you got to commit all the way 175 points to get that hypersonic and that prob especially. Otherwise, a pretty solid figure. Definitely, I'd say the best version of Binary we've ever had. So there's something to say for that. That's going to do it for these previews, though, from comicbook.com. Now, we haven't had any other previews yet of this set, which is weird to me. But we have seen all of the figures that were in the Scott Porter unboxing. So if you guys haven't checked out the Scott Porter unboxings yet, definitely go and watch those, because there's a lot of awesome figures. He had an amazing brick. I could not believe he pulled like 2 primes and a chase. I don't think anybody's ever been that lucky. I haven't. I've got a prime and a chase once. That was pretty lucky, I thought. But yeah, if you guys want me to, I can show those in another first look video as well. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see me go over those. If not, just go watch his videos because it's great. But that's going to do it for today. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favorite figure previewed here today is. And if you liked watching this video, make sure you leave a like for me. I'd appreciate it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any more first looks. And if you guys would like to help support the channel even more, we've got links in the description for the Patreon so you can see your name here in the credits with all of our awesome Patreon patrons. Alright, but that's going to do it. Again, thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.